Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show with Smart Robbie. And I think many of you will still be sleeping right now because you're watching the last night World Cup. It actually almost went up to 2 extra hour. So with the 90 minutes for the first two half and 30 minutes for the extra half, no wonder it took us almost to 2 o'clock in the morning. It was really what we call an up and down. Pretty much what we've seen in the stock market, isn't it? Right? Really going, market going, depending who you're supporting anyway. If you're supporting Argentina, definitely your heart was broken when they came back at 3 all in here. But at the end, we all turned out for the best. And for those of you who have supported Argentina, congratulations to Argentina for winning the World Cup on a 4.2 penalty shootout, which was really exciting, but I couldn't stay up to so late. I was just watching halfway through and I decided to, watch the highlight this morning in here. And I think some of you who have been staying up late, I do hope you have a good rest today. But let's get on to what we have for you in our breakfast show this morning. That's right. And this morning, the market is still pretty much not as exciting as we always wanted to be. Let's look at the market that we've seen so far and on our this morning agenda, right? But before that, we still have our December sales extended, so take note of it there. For those of you who want to have a copy or possess the VSA 360 in here, now is a chance, buy one get one free. All right, now so this morning what we are looking at is the remaining of our year end, which is about another week plus or more, and market still looking sideways. And the talk of the town since the inflation rate that was came down to 7.1%, and the remark made by the US Federal Reserve, I think many of you would have followed me in there, are still talking about recession 2023. But my intake is that my experience will be the more that people are talking about it, the more likely it's unlikely to happen, or if it do happen, it's likely to be a mild one in here. As much the market, remember, it's always been a forward-looking kind of situation. So it's already been sort of pricing it into what we have seen so far. If you look at the KLSE this morning, let's take a look at it in here. And you will have seen this morning, let's take a look at here. It's pretty much in the sideway market. It's down 6 points. It did make a nice move last Friday in here. As right now we can see ASB is still one of the main most active one, because today is the 19th December, the vote of confidence vote for Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim, which is happening in the parliament. So market will be looking at that. If there is no confident votes, you can see this market is likely to take a tank down from what we've seen so far. So it's kind of important to see the market hold on to it stable. Gainer are like the slightly technology. Infotech continue to make headwinds, up 15% for those of you who are traded the intraday or the momentum move. Definitely these are the one that you want to be looking at. Okay, and you can see right now the KLCI, if I just pinch it up here, pretty much in the market uptrend. You can see we have the 2 moving averages still holding up. It did test the 40-day moving average, but now still pops back up. So that does show you the market is sort of consolidating. And I was also thinking, if the market were to break below the 40-day moving average, the red line that you see here, then the market is likely to break further down. All right, but right now it's still pretty much in the red pentagon, and it wasn't as exciting, which we will be talking since early November. But some of those stocks we are talking are still making small headwind, as the market continue to grow up. But these stocks are Robie FA list, which does give you the dividend going forward. So the December 15 Pentagon winner and loser, you can see Infotech, which was the stocks that we talk about in here. It still continue to move higher as we've seen here. You can just click on Infotech. 0235 is one of those newly listed what we call the A shares. You can see since listing from 40 cents and started to go up, but usually this kind of things start to take profit as you're trading this. You can see take out of the uptrust, and we are likely into the last wave of things in here. But remember, all things when they go up do come down, so don't forget to take profit as we are moving into this. So the KLCI currently is still red. We have just seen that foreign funds continue to be leaving small amount in here. We could see on the VSA 360. Those of you who are looking into it may know this is one of the big determining point where this market is heading. They are leaving very minor minus, about 20 or 30 million, what we've seen from last Friday, but the market is still pretty much in the window dressing. So, but usually, unfortunately, when we see this market holding up, and if we don't get the kind of news, we probably see a bit of selling off, tapering off in the month of January, right? Month of January for that. But the railway track still up. If you look at the market stages for the KLCI, again, very similar. This is a futures market. The resistance remained to be 1480, 1500 is the main one. And there was a lot of up bar, move bar, but it's still red pentagon in here. The peak value zone has turned downwards. You can see this one here turned downwards, but all respective of the December market, the market need to hold above this 1460. If the market were to break down, then we are heading more downwards in here. But on a hot sector, let's take a look at the smart Robie this morning, and looking in our hot sector in here. Definitely you can see the sector that we're talking about in here. I know technology, some of you will be looking at. We will look at the second item, all right? And the idea behind the sector is that you always have the top three sector, and in each of the sector, let's look at the transportation, right? It's all sorted by Pentagon date. So the latest Pentagon date will be on top. It could be a red Pentagon, it could be a red green Pentagon, and those at the bottom, you could see some of them that already turned green Pentagon has made good run. You can see GDAX too. So this time round we'll be looking at the second item, but of course you can also look at the third item in here. And you can see from the screen we have up here we have Westport just turned red Pentagon, but do take note, Westport is also one of the stocks that we talk about with the Robie FA. I think the rating is pretty high. Then you have CJ Century Logistic just turned red Pentagon. But there are some just turning, which is Post, right? You got FM Logistic, Global Logistic just turned red. And you have Jinhin Group, Property Group. I'm just kind of understand this. Why Jinhin Group Property is under the Logistic Group. And you really need to check this. Cycorp, turned red Pentagon. We have Swift, just turned green Pentagon on 2nd of haulage. And TN Logistic, which actually turned on the 20th. That one had a really good run. So this is the one that you want to be looking at. Of course, Hector is the big talk of the town. Hectech or Hector Technology Solution in here did started to move up the last 3 days, right? And G Gunong in here. So this is the second on that list. Definitely you can look into this and give you an idea if this is the stocks that you want looking at trading on the sector. Now the idea behind these hot sectors is that you have the strong so-called big wind that is pushing some of these individual shares. Definitely the biggest one in there is Hectech that has been moving up, and many real talk. But there are some of those minor ones starting to move up in here, like Post Malaysia may pick up sooner too. All right, but the Post Malaysia actually has a pretty good setup. Now let's turn our attention next to the Robie FA list. Now remember last week, the 12th of December, we didn't have any stocks because the market was continue to be very bullish in here. So we'll re-examine some of the stocks like Gtronic, RC Capital, Westport and FPI, which do have 5 and above rating, does pay decent dividend, and they are holding its fort despite the market moving sideways from here. They usually have better. And don't forget, you can also subscribe to our daily newsletter and also get a copy of our Robie FA stock pick in there, which come. Now the first one is episode 195. You can see from here, switching to a wider chart here, and you could see the market was picking up. These are adjusted price, as I said before, 144, 145, 14th November, and RC Capital hit 175, which is almost 21%. So giving you potential trade of 10,000 ringgit, 10,000 ringgit trade size for almost $2,000. Okay, $2,000 in here. All right. And that is what we are looking at. Okay, 10,000, so 2,000 ringgit, and holding it for almost a month or so. Right? Again, this is one of those financial company which I previously talked about long time ago, and it's a good fundamental stocks in here, right? Rated 6 hour 8, pay very good. Second one is Westport, did turn red Pentagon, so be cautious, but it's been in the uptrend since even before 14th November, in the mid-October onwards. If you catch them, they were a pretty good one here. Right, spotted at 340 on the 14th November, run up to about 7%. Do take a bit of profit right now. And same also go for RC Capital, and from a $10,000 trade giving you a 700. Now these are very suitable for the beginner stocks, because these are the stable stocks. Globetronics in here we have also turning up at 125 high here, and pick it up at 118. This one just moved too fast. 118, and still holding up around 117. Did hit a bit high at 125. Next in our list is the Formosa Prosonic Industry, a speaker maker. Right, pick it up on the 14th of November. You can see the market stages was still trading above the zero. That's a good area. 314 area did go high of 345, giving it a 9% return, almost a 10% return for 500 ringgit. So 500 for 5k trade, and if you traded a 10k trade, that will be almost a 1,000 ringgit. Again, this is also about a month. Now, why one of the real benefits, when you buy some of these good fundamental stocks, at least you do have the support of the fundamental, you have the dividend, and if the sector, which we're talking about, the hot sectors like Westport do pick up, and Formosa is a technology which is also in sector 1, you can see why this really makes sense, and that's why the stock continue to make headwind and up, continue up there. And you don't want to be going for big profit either. A decent profit, a single digit profit target would be sufficient to get you into that kind of mood in here. So those are the Pentagon, and check out the Robie FA regularly, and that's for a daily. So let's take a look for this week. For the 19th of December, we have two. And one of the ways you want to go that is just go to Robie FA list, just switch to a wider chart here, and you could see we have 12 very big lists in here. I'm selected. The first one is Tech, because I want the technology. You can see here started to pick up in here. Let's take a look at Tech, which is at item number. So you want to be aligning with the so-called fundamental, the hot sector. Item number 97100. Hit that one. And you can see stock chart, stock comment, and so that one you can see is picking up nicely here, starting to move up. This was a 3-month chart. You can see the live data chart updated at 10:10, which is 10 minutes past 18 minutes, just about 10-15 minutes ago. It's still trending up, so this will be a good one. Let's check out the stock fundamentals here. All right, you can see 5 out of 8. Sector average is 22 PE and is doing about 13. ROE certainly above average, 48, and paid almost a 5.9% dividend. So that's a pretty good one in here. All right, so this one is definitely with the PE of 15.5 times. Right, it may target 3 ringgit 90 cents, which does give an upside of 15% should this get re-rated by the analysts in here. All right, so next one is MBMI. We all know that the auto industry continue to be handing good sales ahead due to the sales incentive that was given by the government in here. Still in a nice upper trend. Let's take a look at MBMR, which is okay. They are the parent company of Perodua. All right, so you can see from here, just turn green Pentagon on the 12th of December. Okay, the chart wise, yep, it's here, and this morning is down slightly, minus 0.6% in here. But let's take a look at the dividend. The fundamentals are pretty strong. PE of 4 times, really. PE is been re-rated. If they rate it to 4.5 times, you can see pay a 7% dividend. So compared to B Auto, this one is really truly underrated. Check out the remaining of the financial trend to see whether this will give you the kind of trend that we've seen on the general overall automotive industry. So those are the two. We'll take a look at it next week in here. These are the two good Robie FA stocks. So for the summary, we will think that the remaining December month is likely to move sideways due to the uncertainty, the bad sentimental news, the continuing hogging of this word recession for 2023, which put a lot of people on the back seat, not putting the money in. And usually if it does normalize, we will likely to see a January 2023 bearish month ahead. That's according to a VSA 360 seasonality. All right, the Robie FA list that we talk about here will continue to give you dividend, just like what we have seen both on the 14th of November in here, at least give you some sort of upside in here. So check out the latest Pentagon date in the hot sectors in here. Overall for beginner, this is the segment we're talking about here. For stick to those Robie FA lists. All right, and so we do have for our live audience, we do have 3 stocks. These are for trading purposes, not so much on Robie. SYF has a pretty good news. KM Long was more for the news. Fiamma, we decided to offload it as it has done red Pentagon, so take note in there. All right, our year-end sales continue to be extended due to popular demand, so be another a week plus. So make sure you take opportunity for those of you who have not have a chance to look into a VSA 360 buy one get one free. All right, and as much it is tonight, we are doing our very second meeting. All right, I know this is a Christmas and holiday period in here, but we still want to get feedback from the members and to see how well the rest of the others are doing in here. We did have a technicality in, but we want to look into the progress and how healthy are our members, especially this is the 100-day orientation that we are doing in here. All right, so tonight will be the night at we are meeting at 8:30. So for our YouTube members, don't forget you can check out our old archive in there and click the word subscribe in here and take advantage of. Remember last Wednesday we did talk about the new tools that we have, how to combine the visual trading pools with our PS calculator to give you the maximized minimum risk approach to the market in here, right? And great things been said about Trade VSA. Check it out on our review in here. And we are turning our attention now right now to stocks. Any of the members who need to take a look at some of these stocks, I'll be happy to look into them. All right, and I do know this is a very quiet day and everybody is still pretty much sound asleep due to the late finishing around 2 a.m. for our World Cup between Argentina versus France. Congratulations to Argentina making it 3-all, but winning on the penalty shootout of 4-2 in here. Okay, any stocks that you want me to look at, just pencil those in. If not, I wish you all the best. Have a good holiday. I'm still back on Wednesday for our final week of our tutorial in here. So make sure you catch me. And don't forget to subscribe to our Telegram channel for all things that education in here. And take note of our December sales being extended in here. Thank you for coming and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.